8 years later, that still happens all the time. It's almost 21 years ago.
I did write something. So we'll just try this and see how it goes. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. So much food, right? Great selection. And yet Anthony won't eat the thing. We had pizza earlier. We had it delivered from another restaurant to the restaurant. Like Adrian, I must have written. I must have come up with 15 different versions of this. So we'll go through them one by one and we'll see what you like. There's so many stories, there's so many metaphors. It's 8.5 years we've been together. And I say 8.5 just to piss Anthony off. I like to get it clearly to the day. It's 8.5 years. But yeah, so there's just so much to say, and I realized I just couldn't do it all and not bore you for 2 years. But I was and I was trying really hard to be poignant and meaningful. But first, what I really think is the most important thing is just thank you all. I love having everybody together in one room. I just love it. My friends always make fun of me because I always thought that the TV show Lost would have been solved if they just had one town hall meeting and everybody in one room. So I love having everybody in one room. Catch everybody together. To all of you, I thank you so much for saying yes to your invitation, spending your Sunday celebrating our marriage. Whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, you and those guests who couldn't make it today are our family. And to us, a couple who will not have children by our own choice, you mean a great deal to us. So thank you. And thanks to my best man, my best friend Tim. That was really lovely. We work together, perform together, we live together, we take road trips together, we laugh together, you watch us cry together. Together, we discover new things about each other together. We also threw an unbelievable, memorable bachelor party weekend, and thank you for that. And for all the years, all that you've done for me, I thank you. To Adrian, Sue, and Jessica, who is also here. Jessica, raise your hand so we can see you. Jessica? Well, Jessica also was part of the wedding planning committee. Not only are you some of my closest friends, but you've also provided us with the advice and the support we needed to plan the party. Those late night emails, and yes, I did need to be talked off the ledge. All the contingency plans, the research, all of it. I thank you guys so much. To my mom and dad, where are you? Over here. Oh. And I did the seating chart, I should know, okay. Thank you guys, mom and dad, for being so awesome, for making this whole party a reality. My mom has been kindly brainstorming ideas with me, offering her guidance along the way. My father, well, I recall my father's choice words a few months ago when we first discussed having a party. He told me to make sure that whatever we did, we made it nice. So, months of planning, proposals, cost estimates, research, and legwork, entering the world of wedding planning as Sue was describing. He considered them and reviewed them, and he said, maybe not that nice. But then, lo and behold, through a connection again to Jessica, was again part of our family. We found this place, the Westbury Manor. We're so grateful and thankful for everything that they put together for us. So thank you guys so much. To Anthony's mom, Barbara Stewart and her family, James and Robert, hi.
Hi.
Hello. I want to thank you for making me feel welcome in your family for these past 8.5 years. And getting to know you has been an honor, and I'm very thankful for that. And Miss Barbara, thank you very much for all the pies you make for me. Every holiday for 8 years. I'm still wearing them now. With the best sweet potato pie I've ever had in my life. Okay. Anthony, when we first met, I knew that you were unique. And how did I know that? Because within the first few lines of our conversation online, you asked me to share something odd about myself. And I told you that I started balding at 18, and I had a mild case of OCD, which was really rough. And I had a tic disorder called Tourette disorder. Your reply was simply, cool. Cool. And for me, that was a pretty unexpected response. And it's not like I'm clearly, it's not like I have these real heavy warmth to this, and I don't want to trivialize it, but just talking about this stuff to someone and then the response being cool, like, it's just not, I never encountered that before. And I just thought it was such an unexpected response, so I'm thankful for that. Your ability to accept me for who I am, even when I don't, especially when I don't, I'm thankful for that. You take me as I am, even the shame, the guilt, the ugliness, the worthlessness, the tears, the anger, the jealousy, the gassiness. You're hilarious and you're witty, but you're also a very shrewd audience. I gotta work for those laughs. But we laugh. We laugh all the time. I really mean that. We laugh all the time. Who do I call when I need to feel better? I call you. Who do I text when I need to smile? I text you. If we were to identify the single most important element of our relationship, I would say that laughter is that element. We workshop jokes for weeks, months, until they take form. I mean, it's a whole laugh factory in that house. And some of you see what we're up to when we post these conversations on Facebook. I know a lot of you see our posts. Which was my idea to begin with, by the way. He takes all the credit for it. Sorry, back to this. But we love to laugh, and we love stories. We love telling stories. And I think that our story is pretty great. And writing it with you is pretty great too. I'm not sure if all you know this, but Anthony is taking my last name.
I just want to point out, I'm taking Scott's last name because it's cooler than mine. It starts with a Z.
We'll go with that. He will be known as Anthony's Us. And at first, this is really great news. But do you know who else carries that name? Who else? Who else carries that name? My father. So I just married my father. As OCD bald. My parents started calling him Junior, which I love, they love. And I bought my music therapy sessions 3 times a week. But anyway, Anthony. Thank you for making the last 8.5 years of my life so special, so meaningful, and so valuable. You've shown me what it means to be a loving partner, considerate and thoughtful friend. You've shown me how to stop living with regret to present. You've also shown me the inside of every citizen of Long Island and most of New York City.
Yes, that's it.
Earlier I mentioned our original online conversation, I promise, sorry, which was on AOL Instant Messenger, by the way, because that's what we did that. Anthony invited me to go camping with him. I actually found a chat that I saved, our first chat that we ever had together. I saved it, I was reading it last night, and he kind of got a glimpse of it. And I was amazed that the Scott of 8.5 years ago was like the Scott of today, very resourceful and smart, and I saved everything. Anthony invites me to go camping, like within this first conversation, and he said, maybe if you're not sick of me sometime in the future, if you haven't grown tired of me, we can go together. And I just was reading that over and over again, and I just thought the idea of growing tired is just such an absurd idea, and I just keep thinking how ridiculous that notion is. But even though I can't imagine growing tired of you, I do look forward to simply growing, and I can't wait to see where our story goes. So, a toast. Anthony, who I love so much, to the fathers in the room, Father's Day, and all of us, here's to making our stories more exciting, more meaningful, and hilarious. Cheers, I love you.
Happy first Father's Day.